Well, lots happening with Crime Victim Services, and we're going to learn more about some of the things coming up. To my immediate left, we have Erin Osley-Burkholder, Director of Violence Prevention and Outreach at Crime Victim Services. Then we have Amy Weaker-Bailiff, and she's the Executive Director of Crime Victim Services. So thanks for coming, both of you.
Thank you, Holly.
Okay, so let's start out with the month of March, be here shortly. That is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. And we were just chatting before, during the break, and I guess, Amy, let's start with you. It's more prevalent in our area than we might think.
Mm-hmm. It is. So the stats typically are 1 in 3 teens experience those relationships, and those are for teens that have reported that. So just deciphering what is a healthy relationship and learning the parameters for what those boundaries look like to be able to have positive, fulfilling relationships are what we're working to encourage youth to learn.
Mm-hmm. Dating ages, it is so difficult anyways. They're dealing with so many other things. So they probably want to date, and so they want the relationship to be right. I mean, what kind of things do you hear from the teens where they just don't realize that they're in a bad situation?
We start working with kids about 6th grade, and that's when we're seeing kids start dating. And we like to ask a question in the beginning of our programming about what does a healthy relationship look like? What's your ideal? And they'll create these lists, and then we say, do you know anybody who can amplify this for you? And they can't. In the last couple of years, they have struggled to come up with any kind of role models in real life or on TV that they can look to be their role model in a relationship. So we spend a lot of time unpacking that and really digging into, just because you don't see it, or just because what you see is common doesn't make it healthy. And so really trying to figure out what is good for you, what's healthy in your relationship, and which of these things are happening around us but aren't necessarily going to lead to good things in our relationships.
Wow, such difficult stuff for you to have to try to tell them. So do you stick with it even into high school age kids, some kind of programming?
We do. So we offer programming actually K through 12 and at the college level as well. But the majority of our work is around middle school kiddos trying to figure out what does it look like, and then at the high school level, how do we become better partners? How do we become more proactive in living that healthy lifestyle?
Right. And I assume part of this would be a good role model, a caring adult, and you do have a program for that too, right, that maybe can mentor a little bit and someone the kids can go to?
Yes, we're super excited this year to launch our Caring Adults campaign. So one of the things that we know that helps prevent violence and interpersonal violence, particularly with youth, is to have a caring adult in their life. Someone that is consistent. We use caring as an acronym, so someone who's consistently showing up for them, who's approachable, who's respectful of their privacy, who is, I always have to look, I forget the I, interested in the things that they're interested in, non-judgmental and genuine. So we're looking at how do we help to equip adults in our community to really show up for the youth in their lives. We know that when we talk to adults, they'll say, of course, I care and I want to be a good role model. But when we talk to the youth about, do you have a caring adult in their life? A lot of them say no. And so we're working to try to bridge the gap between well-intentioned and very, wanting to be good parents, good role models, and the kids who don't necessarily know how to connect with them.
Wow, what an important program. Also something important, you have a fundraiser coming up in April, right, on April 28th. Tell us about that.
So this fundraiser for us will be the culmination of National Crime Victims' Rights Week, and that's really a week across the nation to be able to celebrate the voices of crime survivors, to be able to amplify their voices, hear their stories, making sure their needs are met, and celebrate the work of those who are alongside them as advocates. And so the fundraiser will be at the Stoa in Delphus, and we're going to feature magician Crendel, the illusionist, for a theatrical, magical dinner production. And so we're really looking forward to that, to celebrate that, to ensure our commitment and sort of imagine what the future looks like as a victim service agency.
All right, so information's on the screen. Get your tickets now for that, right? You might as well plan ahead. April 28th, mark your calendar, 6 o'clock. Thank you both very much for coming today. Lots of good stuff. All right, don't go away. We'll take a look at the weather forecast next.